And I saw a woman on a horse the other day, and it said on the back of her t-shirt, horse and rider. Now, and why did it say that? Because that is pretty obvious. You can't mistake a woman on a horse. Are there any of you from Birmingham here? Do any of you know that Sarah? There's a pound shop in Birmingham. There's quite a few actually. I saw a geezer a few months ago. He went into the pound shop and he took 2 items up to the till, and he said to the woman at the till, "How much are those then?" I thought, well, isn't that stupid? I mean, that is absolutely stupid. It never could. Oh, another thing. I was up in Leicester the other day, and there's my train ticket. Now, isn't it silly? It says on there, route, any permitted. So does that mean you can go up to Leicester by changing at Edinburgh and then to Manchester? that is really enough. I love travelling by trains. I love the linear motion of the train, and I like going through junctions and that, seeing all the lines. I've forgotten my lines. Hang on a minute. Oh, that takes me back. How many of you were at school? That's a silly question. How many of you had detention? Another silly question. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. Do you remember doing lines in school? Yeah. Yes. Well, you can't really do lines because you draw a line and yet you end up writing. Isn't that silly? Yeah. Now, when I was at school, I used to like English literature, and 3 of my favourite words are pseudo, quasi, and oxymoron. I think those are lovely words. You can get your mouth right around those words. And people say to me, "Do you have any trouble with those words?" I do when I try to spell them. Do you remember slide rules? Haven't things changed? I remember when I bought my very first pocket calculator, it was about 1972, and it had a red LCD display. And some of you might remember this. You could actually type in numbers, which when you turn the calculator upside down, it said Shell Oil. Do any of you remember doing that? Yeah. And also, you could write the word ESSO. I don't know what numbers you do, but you remember that, yeah? Haven't things changed though? Now, instead of slide rules, we've got all these modern computers and so forth. We've got MP3 players, MP4 players, CD-RWs, DVD plus RW, FireWire connections, USB ports, USB 2, and the list goes on and on. On my mobile phone, oh where is it? I lost it for a minute. On my mobile phone, that's got an MP3 player on it. Do you know what? Someone said to me the other day when I was listening to some music on there, "Timothy, how many RAMs has your MP3 player got?" And I thought, this person doesn't know anything about computers at all. I don't think you could put any RAMs in there at all. Yeah, and also, when I bought a laptop a few years ago, somebody said to me, "Timothy, when are you going to buy an internet?" Well, for you computer literate people, you cannot go and buy an internet, you go on the internet. So isn't that silly? Now what is it with older people, when they want to use a mobile phone, they always struggle to find out how to use it. I know somebody, I won't mention his name, but my father, when you try to tell him how to use a mobile phone, he needs to write down an essay on an A4 sheet of paper how to turn the thing on. And then he needs to write another essay on how to turn it off. Yeah, you know, it's so true, isn't it? I mean, this modern technology is so important. And the final thing I'm going to talk about is weather, because I love the subject of weather. Isn't our weather predictable, or is it unpredictable? And I'm not sure actually. I'd like to be. Any of you been to Bergen? I think that's in Norway, yeah. Yes. I think it rains for 2 out of every 3 days in Bergen. So I would like to be a weather forecaster in Bergen, because if I said rain, I would almost certainly get it right. Do you remember the hurricane that Michael Fish said wouldn't happen in 1987? Yeah, that was amazing. Yeah, I could just imagine that hurricane coming along the Atlantic and up through the English Channel and so forth, and then into Europe, going along the motorway. And I was thinking about this the other day, and I'm thinking, well, which side of the motorway would hurricanes go? Would they go on the left-hand side or the right-hand side? And also, would they go over the speed limit? Points to ponder. But and weather forecasts are like soap operas, really, aren't they? You know, it's a tremendous story. And there's only one person acting, so that's the thing. So, thank you very much for listening to me. Thank you.